Many of you might have questions like, why don't you see Indian cricketers playing in the T20 leagues like Big Bash League in Australia, T20 Blast in England, Caribbean Premier League in West Indies, etc. Or maybe why only players like Yuvraj Singh, Pravin Tambe and Manpreet Gony participate in these kinds of leagues. Or maybe why are only women cricketers allowed to play in overseas cricket leagues. This video will clear all your doubts, so do watch it till the end.
So hello everyone, welcome to Dennel TV.
So first, let's go to the year 2005 when Saurav Ganguly, the current president of BCCI, made his T20 debut playing for Glamorgan against Somerset in the 2005 T20 Cup in England. And even players like Yuvraj Singh, Virender Sehwag, Dinesh Mongia and Mohammad Kaif have played in England's T20 competition. So currently, why are Indian players not seen playing in these leagues? This started in 2008 when India chose to have its own franchise T20 league, that is the Indian Premier League. So this is when BCCI thought that why should Indian players promote other leagues by playing in them when they have IPL in India. So they came up with this rule that a contracted or a non-contracted player can't play in any sort of franchise cricket or other types of competitions in T20 or T10 format outside of India. So, when this rule says that Indians can't participate in overseas T20 leagues, how do players like Yuvraj Singh, Pravin Tambe, and Manpreet Gony go out to play? Well, there is a point for that. Till the time you play IPL or international cricket for India, you cannot go out to play. But if you have retired from both international cricket for India and from IPL, then you can go out to play for these kinds of leagues, as then you will not be controlled by BCCI. But some players like Yuvraj Singh and Manpreet Gony choose to have a NOC from BCCI even after the retirement, and that is why Yuvraj Singh went out to play only after he retired from IPL. Pravin Tambe, who has played in the IPL for Rajasthan Royals in the past, played in the 2018 T10 League and was picked by Kolkata Knight Riders in the 2020 IPL auction. But BCCI denied his participation as he wasn't allowed to play in overseas leagues until he retires from IPL. But since he had not retired from IPL and had gone out to play, KKR had to name a replacement for Pravin Tambe in 2020. So you can understand from this case that a player who has played in leagues outside of India cannot come back to play IPL. Just like this case, Harbhajan Singh had registered for the draft of England's new format league known as the 100, but he had to withdraw from it because he received a contract from Chennai Super Kings and he chose IPL over the 100 league. Now you would ask that why was this rule introduced? The main reason is that BCCI feels that if Indian players participate in overseas T20 leagues, they are kind of promoting it and can attract crowds to watch them play. And then what will happen is that IPL, the world's biggest T20 league, will start to lose its monopoly. The next question that would come to your mind is why only T20 or T10 and not first class or 50 over competitions are restricted. The reason is that T20 is a shorter format and the younger audience is more interested in watching these and not the longer formats. That is why the longer formats won't get much crowd to watch the match even if Indians play. And that is why the current Indian players like Cheteshwar Pujara, Ishant Sharma, Hanuma Vihari, etc. have had county stints in the past, whereas Shreyas Iyer was going to play in the Royal London One Day Cup this year, that is 2021, but will now be unable to go as he's injured. In the same case, Virat Kohli was due to play for Surrey in county cricket in 2018, but was unable to play because of an injury. Now, how are Indian women cricketers like Smriti Mandhana, Harmanpreet Kaur, and Veda Krishnamurthy allowed to play in the overseas leagues? The answer is very simple. Currently, there's no proper franchisee league for women in India. But in 2018, BCCI took a step for women's IPL and brought up the Women's T20 Challenge. But still, in 2021, you can't technically compare it with the men's IPL. Personally speaking, I would rank this tournament third after the Women's Big Bash League in Australia and the Women's Super League in England. If in future BCCI brings up the Women's IPL with franchises, then they may bring up this rule for women cricketers as well. So, what is the future of this rule? Well, I can't answer this question, but in the past, many prominent Indian cricketers like Suresh Raina, Robin Uthappa, Irfan Pathan have expressed their opinion that BCCI should allow at least the non-contracted players to play in the overseas T20 leagues. So let's wait and watch what happens next. Do comment below your opinions on should BCCI revoke this rule or not. Do you want to see Indian cricketers participating in overseas T20 leagues, or do you want this rule to continue and see them play only in IPL? So I hope we have answered all your questions in this video. If you think we missed anything, feel free to ask us in the comments and also suggest topics for the new videos. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.